There is no greater agony than that of a man who carries a story within him and does not have the opportunity to share it. Much appreciation and honor to be on your platform for giving me the opportunity to share my personal story. My name is Pastor Joseph THONE, a South Sudanese aged 29. I was born at the border of Uganda and South Sudan during a very hard time of war. In the Republic of South Sudan, my parents went as refugees and they were living at the border of Uganda and South Sudan. Of course, I grew up like another child within that hard period, and I was taken to school. I had the opportunity to go to school in Uganda and then learned. And you see, there is this thing that has always been with me from childhood. I had a very strong curiosity in my heart about religion. Wanting to know God was my desire. And so when I reached the age of 14, I remember, I began to consult books and people about the existence of a deity. And nobody was giving me answers that were self-satisfactory. I tried to search here and there, and there was no way. And I remember I began to get books on Buddhism. I got the Quran. I began to read all of that. Though I was raised in a Christian family, I did not have a sense of satisfaction in my heart about the things that I saw and the things that I heard. And I saw my people suffer. I saw women suffer. I saw young men suffer during the period of war. And so I decided to say, all right, is there a God who can help? Is there a God who can change lives? Is there a God who can transform lives? And I remember when I was in high school, I began to see these people called the born again, praying in other tongues and doing all of those Pentecostal activities. And I remember one day I said, let me go for a crusade just to hear what these people are doing and see if there is some form of sense. And let me tell you, I attended the crusade, and the man of God who came to preach that time began to share the message. Very anointed fellow, he spoke the word, and the word was cutting deep into my heart. It is as though he was speaking to me personally on the grounds. And as I was attending the word, tears began to roll off my eyes. And then when he made an altar call, for those who want to make the decision to follow Jesus as the Lord of their lives, I was the first person to go in front. I went and I knelt down and I made the confession of Jesus Christ over my life. So many things had happened earlier than that, but let me tell you, there is that particular day when I made up Jesus Christ as the Lord of my life. That is the day my life began to revolution. I remember going back to school because I was in a boarding school, and I told my friends, you know, today I'm born again, and they said, sir, you are not born again. Joseph, we give you 1 week and you'll be back in the world. You'll be right back. And I told them no. I took my New Living Translation that evening and I went to the class and I began to read my Bible. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it was 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and I continued learning and preaching the gospel in my years at high school until I went to the university. I continued preaching Christ as the Lord of my life. Why am I giving you my personal story about how I became born again? It is the true story that actually changed me. I began to understand that the transformation of human lives begins at the cross. I went to Uganda. I learned so many things at school, all up to the university days, but I'm glad that I came back with Jesus Christ. And when I came back to my country, I did not settle down. I immediately came, and now we have started a church. We are preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, transforming more lives, because I realize that weapons cannot change a nation. Fighting cannot change a nation. Cultural transformations cannot change a nation. I believe that true transformation, whether it is national or personal, begins at the cross. When that message of the cross is spoken in its purity, it has the power to transform lives. It has the power to change lives. That is my obsession. I found that supernatural element, the person of Jesus Christ, as a true agent of transformation. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's my personal story. I'm here to tell the world that the thing that made me who I am today and that is going to continue to revolutionize my life is the person of Jesus Christ. He's the true agent of transformation. And so if anybody wants his life to change, I will let him subscribe to the message of the cross and adhere to the transformative power of God's word through the person of Jesus Christ. God bless you.